What's up, Pocket Theory? It's your main man, Suds, broadcasting from the Tinker Closet here in my home in Austin, Texas. What are we talking about today? We're talking about fire! How to make fire, but more specifically, a little kit that I put together called the PYRO Pod. Let's check it out, shall we? This is the PYRO Pod. It is a Maxpedition barnacle that is filled with all the necessary goodies that you would need to start a fire. Let's get inside, shall we? Starting right off the bat, we've got a ferro rod. Yeah, when it comes to ferro rods, size does matter. All you guys with these teeny tiny ferro rods, you're already doing it the hard way. Quit fucking around and just get a big ferro rod, shall we? This is just one that I got off of CountyCom. Oh my God, listen to the clunk of that bad boy. This is a big, fat, heavy ferro rod. Plenty of room to scrape, plenty of room to get a good ignition. And this is some Zippo fire starting paracord. It is a last resort. If you ever see me using a ferro rod to start a fire, you should panic and assume that the apocalypse happened last week, all right? Something catastrophic would have happened for me to be starting a fire with a ferro rod. My first option is always gonna be a lighter. In the front pouch, if you're gonna start a fire, it helps to have something to burn. I've got a magnesium card, a cedar card, a little scraper, and a saw. And then I'm on the inside. Are you guys ready to see what we have going on? We got some hemp wick, always important to burn. We got a little box of matches. We've got some tinder plugs. These are just something cheap I got off of CountyCom. We also have storm matches, sealed up in a nice airtight container. We got some pyro putty. This stuff is great for getting a fire going. More tinder plug. I also have a little birthday candle. This is one of those like Dickie Stay Lit candles that piss people off at birthday parties, but it's great if you're trying to keep a flame going. And of course, a little portable bellows. This just telescopes and collapses. You can blow air into your fire to get it going really, really good. You guys all know the benefits. So all of this stuff, these are the secondary options. The ferro rod, last option on planet Earth that I'm using to start a fire. Yes, I know how to use it. In a similar vein, here's a Fresnel lens. If you need to use, a magnifying lens to start a fire, I'm assuming that something horrifying has happened on planet Earth. And then, of course, all my first options. Took this pouch with me on a 2-week trip to Iceland, jumped in an RV and drove all the way across Iceland, used this pack many times to get fires going. I never had to go beyond the first two options, which are Bic lighters. Right off the bat, we got your standard basic bitch survival wrapped Bic. It's got hemp wick wrapped around it. It's got some tape and some Ranger bands wrapped around it. Got a little zip tie so that it doesn't depress and waste all your fuel, but when you get the fire going, you can extend a little bit of the hemp wick and get that burning and keep a flame going. Option number 2 is another Bic lighter, but this one has a little waterproof cap on it. So of course, keeps it dry. That's option number 2. Options number 3 and 4 are gonna be Zippos. Yeah, that's right, Zippos. Why? Because I don't like doing things the hard way. Why 2 Zippos? Well, 1, you got an arc insert. Look at that. That's a little electric flame. It's doesn't require any fuel, just got to charge it up. And of course, it's windproof, works really well, getting a fire going. And also in that vein, the double butane. You need to light a cigar, you need to light a fire. Double butane's a good way to get it going, even if it's windy. And that is the PYRO Pod. Anytime there's even the remote possibility that I'm going to get a fire going, this pod goes with me in my bag, goes with me on road trips. It went with me on a 2-week trip to Iceland, and it was invaluable in getting fires going. Guys, don't do things the hard way. Use lighters to get flames going. Be aware of how to use other options. A ferro rod for me is a last resort, but at least I know how to use it. At least I have a big fat ferro rod to make it as easy as possible if I ever need to. Hey man, this is Suds with Pocket Theory. Carry what you want.